Hello, everybody. So, the Film Days pregame show was a rousing success. I would call 33 views in one night a success for me. Thank you again, Cody, for assisting me in this endeavor. Looking forward to further content with you. This is going to be our little intro to Film Days Past. I think that's a good title for this little series we're going to be doing here. This is me doing the thing I said I was going to be doing a few months ago, back when I changed the name of the channel to the Jocksburgerverse. I said I was going to be recording readings of the Film Days blurbs from 2014 through 2017. So this is going to be the intro for 2014. Again, I don't know when this is going to be up yet. This is going to be probably up. This one will be up before Film Days starts this year. Again, Film Days starts October 1st on the Film Days Facebook group, Film Days the Facebook group. And the rest of them, I don't know if I'll have time to do them during Film Days, so we'll probably be seeing 2015 at some point next year. But we'll see how things go. We'll see how much time I've got. But in all likelihood, 2015 is going to be starting next year. So, without further interruption, here's my blurbs from Film Days 2014. I'll be prefacing each month as it starts, and each month as it starts, and I'll say the date that the movie was on, if it's the first movie of that day. So, like, if I did multiple movies on October 3rd or something, I'll say October 3rd when those movies started, but I won't say another date again until another date comes up. I won't, I'm not going to say October 3rd this, October 3rd that, October 3rd, etc., etc., etc. All right? So, here's Film Days 2014. I hope you enjoy. Later. Film Days 2014, October 2nd, Exorcist II, The Heretic, and Stephen King's It, Part 1. I did 2 blurbs combined for this one. Film Days began yesterday with The Exorcist II, The Heretic. What happens when the guy that brought the world Zardoz takes a stab at making a sequel to one of the scariest movies of 1973? We get a mess involving locusts and hypnosis. Well, tonight's film is part 1 of Stephen King's It. Feel free to join in on Film Days all through the rest of 2014. For the uninitiated, Film Days is when I take the time to watch as many movies as possible with recurring themes through the months of October, November, and December. This month's theme is horror films. What else? Later, bitches. October 3rd, Jacob's Ladder. Film Days continues today with Jacob's Ladder, the story of a Vietnam vet who comes home to find that he is suffering from a horrible case of PTSD. But is something more going on? If you got it, watch it. If not, find someone who does and watch it with them. A must-see for Silent Hill fans. You'll see why. At midnight, I'll take your soul. Film Days continues this evening with a little gem from 1964 Brazil. At midnight, I'll take your soul. The first in Jose Mojica Marin's Coffin Joe series tells the story of a man obsessed with passing on his bloodline no matter the cost. He hates religion and is just a general asshole to everyone that gets in his way. And everyone who's not in his way. Join me, won't you? October 4th, House, 1977. Film Days takes us to 1977 Japan this evening with Obayashi Nobuhiko's House. Think of this as an acid trip you go on while you're in Chinatown after midnight. It may or may not be available on Hulu Plus. There are a lot of Criterion Collection films there, so there's a good chance. Worth a watch if you're up for some weird-ass shit. October 5th, White Noise. Film Days moves along tonight with the story of a man investigating electronic voice phenomena. You ever think you're hearing voices in static or dead air on the phone? Well, if this movie is correct, those voices may actually be the dead trying to communicate. October 7th, The Pit and the Pendulum. Film Days continues with The Pit and the Pendulum. I know nothing about this one except Vincent Price, FTW. Join me if you dares. October 13th, The Incident. Film Days now takes us to the streets, or below the streets, of 1967 New York in The Incident. What happens when things get out of hand on the subway and there's no way out? Check this little-known classic to find out. October 14th, Little Shop of Horrors, 1986. Film Days goes back to basics tonight with 1986's Little Shop of Horrors, as it was originally meant to be seen by director Frank Oz. No questions, just watch it. October 15th, Jason X. Film Days in space. I'm sorry. When your studio says 9 movies isn't enough for your franchise, go to the freaking moon for number 10. October 16th, Resident Evil. I'm gonna give it a shot. October 21st, Vampire in Brooklyn. A sort of remake of Dracula for the 90s? Why the hell not? October 22nd, Horror of Dracula. It's hammer time, bitches. Blah, blah, blah. October 26th, Beetlejuice. Looks in the mirror, says its name 3 times, and then Tony Todd steals the idea and kills it with a hook. And also Biggie Smalls. October 28th, Ernest Scared Stupid. Not even milk can stop me now. This has also been your throwback quote of the month. October 29th, The Thing, 1982. If you say less is more, then you've clearly never seen Wilford Brimley go crazy with an axe before. Hellraiser, Hellseeker. Because it's number 6, that's why. It also happens to be the return of Kirsty to the franchise. Interview with the Vampire. Film Days takes us to roughly the time when the hunky vampire craze began. Dark Shadows was close, but this is where the pretty boy vamp got its start as we know it today. Vampire Diaries, True Blood, effing Twilight would probably not exist were it not for this film. October 30th, Tales from the Crypt. Film Days goes back to 1972 Great Britain for this anthology film. Not the HBO series, the original. Cape Fear, 1991. Shit just got to Nero'd. October 31st, Hocus Pocus. Film Days finishes October with what is probably one of the most horrifying images from the 90s. What else but Kathy and Jimmy before she lost the weight? Cower! Bette Midler commands you! November 1st, Inception. Film Days continues. For those just joining us, this is the time of year when I watch as many movies as possible within a given genre. October was horror and monster movies. November is sci-fi and comic book movies. And tonight we kick things off with a film from the man who ironically takes things too seriously. I have no idea why I said ironically there. That's weird. But it works for the most part. Join me for the movie you need to see twice to fully appreciate Inception. November 2nd, Superman the movie. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a contrived ending that only makes sense in the whacked out world of DC Comics Silver Age. If this movie taught me anything, it's that whenever a comic book doesn't make sense, just say, Silver Age. And it suddenly starts to make sense. At least for me, it does. Superman Returns. Because my wife had a dream about Brandon Routh. November 3rd, Dark City. When tuning has nothing to do with Yugimons. The Man Who Fell to Earth. Film Days brings us to the obligatory Bowie movie. Be prepared for more Rip Torn than you ever needed to see. Just saying. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Insert guitar solo here. That's it. November 5th, Constantine. Film Days brings us an adaptation of Vertigo Comics' Hellraiser series. For better or worse. November 6th, The Island of Dr. Moreau, 1996. To see Val Kilmer do the wrong Brando impersonation, that is the law. November 9th, Star Wars, The Clone Wars. Needs wine. November 10th, Chronicle. Film Days gives us a look at what high school would have been like if David had telekinetic powers. This looks strangely familiar. I wonder if Max Landis and Josh Trank read SC3. November 14th, Junior. Once you see Baby Schwarzenegger, you can't unsee it. November 15th, Logan's Run. Fish, plankton, sea greens, and a lifespan of 30 years. And those are totally not miniatures. Star Trek Into Darkness. Banner! November 23rd, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. It's that movie you didn't know was crap until you read the source material. November 27th, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. No, it's not sci-fi, nor is it a comic book movie. But it's Thanksgiving, and that means John Candy. For some reason. 2014 was weird. And yes, Spaceballs was an option. Don't judge me! Yeah, I have no idea why I did this movie that year. I think I just wanted to watch it. And I just wanted to put it on Facebook. That I watched a movie, and I felt like super neurotic for... for not saying anything on Facebook about it. Oh my god, I was a mess. Ernest Saves Christmas. You ready for this one? Alien goats, reindeer, same family. Yeah, that was my justification for doing this one in November. because they say alien goats in one part. Yikes. All right, this one makes more sense. Time of the Apes. Condensed from a 50-episode TV series from the 1970s, Time of the Apes is the American film version of the main plot of Japan's attempt at making their own Apes series, Saru no Gundun. Sandy Frank, known for such American adaptations, brings us Time of the Apes. Happy Thanksgiving, bitches! November 28th, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I'm sad to say, as genres go, this movie fits the month's category. For the wrong reason. Hey. November 29th, Fahrenheit 451, 1966. Rasta abridged version of the plot. Bad books. Fire. December 1st, Taxi Driver. Home stretch, folks. December's theme is anything goes, bitches. That being said, she just got to you. That last one was awful. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. December 2nd, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, 1996. And now a classic from the days when Disney had a pair. They don't make them like this anymore. All it's missing is Charles Lawton. Yeah, more Lawton, less Jason Alexander, equals perfect adaptation. Join me for the soundtrack to my trip to Paris 2 years ago. December 5th, Platoon. Apocalypse in a few minutes? Seriously, was every member of the Sheen Estevez family in a Nam movie? What's next? Frogtown 4, Cambodian Boogaloo starring Joe Estevez? Fun fact about this one, they say fuck or some variation of the word at least 118 times. I counted. December 6th, High Anxiety, a Hitchcock parody that Hitchcock called brilliant. What more can I say, people? December 7th, Django Unchained. People died fair. I just noticed something really funny. There's a cricket right outside my window. So I hope that adds some humor to the otherwise cringy proceedings. December 8th, Quills. Film Days brings us the story of one of the first well-known smut masters. If you didn't think there was anything dirty about the word pike staff, after this one, you will. December 9th, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. And also communism. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Back when the words, "I'm the king of ding-a-ling" were considered acceptable for children's songs. You may think he's saying jingling, but don't be fooled, that puppet's got a dirty mind and he wants you to know it. Merry Christmas. December 13th, Sabrina, 1995. Because my wife is allergic to Bogart. Still haven't figured that shit out. December 16th, Star Wars, Return of the Jedi. Gotta get the taste of Clone Wars out of my mouth. December 19th, The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. Roughly 425 pages, including appendices, into roughly 9 hours. Could have been worse. White Christmas. Go ahead. Wash your hair in snow. See what happens. December 22nd, Guardians of the Galaxy. This film has more to do with George Lucas than you think. Just wait. Yeah, I don't even know where that was supposed to go. I have no idea. I think I'd seen a video or something referencing some similarities between Guardians and Star Wars, some shit. I don't know. And it's completely gone from my mind. 2014 was a special year. December 25th, Exodus, Gods and Kings. What better way to celebrate St. Jesus' Day than by watching the story of St. Moses, ironically played by a guy named Christian. Merry Xmas, bitches! December 26th, Cinderella, 1950. The first Disney movie I can distinctly remember watching. Isn't that nice? December 28th, Clash of the Titans, 1981. He's gonna teach Perseus to eat lightning and crap thunder. And that has been Film Days 2014. Yeah, some of that was really shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope y'all heard the fucking cricket in the background. It like fits perfectly. Oh my god. So, yeah. I'm gonna have some fun editing this shit. Alright, so I hope you've enjoyed this little trip down memory lane for me. I'm looking forward very much to doing 2015 to 2017. As the years go by, the blurbs do get a little better. The writing quality obviously improves. I did go back and do a little bit of minor tweaking to some of the grammar and shit a little while ago when I archived all of these blurbs. But that was like a year or so ago. I did notice a few other errors I missed here, so... yeah, this actually didn't take long at all. We might be able to get 2015 in here at some point soon. Yeah, I don't even know what I was thinking. This took barely any time at all. We'll see how long it takes me to actually edit all this together, and try to figure out how I'm gonna make a fucking thumbnail for this shit. The thumbnail for that fucking pregame, that was way more difficult than it needed to be, because I don't know how to use any like photo editing software. I'm just learning iMovie myself. So, yeah. Hopefully, we'll get the 2015 up at some point soon. If not, it'll be up at some point either during or after this Film Days. I'll see you later, bitches. Please visit the Facebook group, Film Days, the Facebook group. If you're not a member, please join. I need the attention. I am a lonely, lonely man. I'll see you later, bitches.